Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Purposeful Mindset podcast. I'm honestly so grateful that you're subscribed to my podcast, and I'm excited to share yet another episode with you. This podcast is all about bringing servant leaders to share their stories and life experiences with you all in the hopes to help more people to find their true purpose and meaning to life. Today, I have an incredible guest. I'm so excited to share her wisdom with you all. Her name is Noretta Jacob, and she is the founder of Safar Training and Consultancy, and she's an individual who's driven by a strong passion for pedagogy and advocates teaching through experiential learning. As an educator, Noretta saw the importance of raising the awareness of early childhood education to all the parents out there. Her mission is to engage and collaborate with various stakeholders, i.e. parents, educators, and the community, to develop programs to empower and engage young minds through active and discovery, play, and interaction. Besides her passion for making a difference in early childhood sector, she is an avid floorball player, a goalie, and she is a former national athlete as well, having represented Singapore between 2001 and 2005. She's also a passionate cook, an animal lover, and a modern-day hippie who likes to sing and play the ukulele. In this episode, Noretta shares her passion for educating young minds and teaching parents how to groom their children effectively from a young age. She also shares the importance of positive thinking and how we mustn't allow our past negative traumas haunt us or stop us from going after what we truly want. So without further ado, let's get straight into this episode. Hey Noretta, thank you so much for being with me on the Purposeful Mindset podcast. I am so grateful to have your time right now, and I'm so looking forward to this conversation because we just had a whole amazing conversation offline.
Oh yeah,
and I wish we just recorded so many of these little nuggets that you shared. But yeah, I'm so looking forward to just having you on and for you to share your story and your wisdom and your experiences with my listeners. And I want to go
I'm very
in.
honored to be here. To be honest, I'm very honored. Thank you so much, Sadiq, for having me here. So, and I would like to thank Katina from Team Comms to liaise with you, and we got connected, and I think we just click instantly. Knowing that what our goal is in life. So yeah.
Definitely. I think ambitious people always click. Like when you when you meet another ambitious person, it doesn't matter if they're doing yoga. It doesn't matter if they're doing anything. Say ambitious and you're ambitious, your energies align. Because you both want to do something that's your purpose and your passion.
Yeah, I feel your vibe, man. I feel your vibe.
Love it.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, I want to. Could we start by just going straight into your story? Because I still don't even know your story, and I'm dying to just listen and to learn more about your story and get my listeners to kind of learn from your story as well. And then straight from that, I'm going to have loads of questions that normally come up. So let's do this.
Well, I'm Noretta. Hi, I'm Noretta. I'm a founder of Safar Training and Consultancy. So what I do is I focus a lot on early childhood education for the parents, the children, as well as the leaders. What I do is I do a lot of trainings and consultancy service. So they, for me, Safar means journey in Arabic. So I would like to be there in their journey of improvement or self, discovery. So that's what I'm trying to do. And yes, it has been a blessing. It's been almost a year, and I've learned so much. And I met new people around. I think that's something that for me as a people's person, you get energy and you absorb those good vibes from them, and that's when you exude energy as well. So yes, that has been me all along for the past year at least.
So tell us a bit about Noretta, like a few years ago when you were in your job, and like how was that?
Wow. Okay, back in secondary school at least, I come from. I'm the only child, so naturally I'm a latchkey kid. So I'm always alone because my parents are hard workers. They need to work for a living, and I do help with my dad back then. He used to work as a hawker. So he used to he's a hawker. He cooks Chinese Muslim food. So I used to be there, cutting chicken and working with people. That's been a great experience for me. So for me, I think when it comes to early childhood education, I had an interest in how children think years ago, like when I was young, I'm always thinking about that. I was like, how do children think? And I'm always so amazed by what they can do, you know. So because of that, I wanted to become a child psychologist. But of course, me being me, I can't, I'm not a very, I'm not a person who can really study very so much. And for me, I'm more into learning from other people.
Like me.
And yeah, so yeah, I learn from experiences and I learn from other
Same.
people. So what happened was I joined a pre-U because I wanted to take degrees so that I can take a child psychology. However, in pre-U, life changed because I was introduced to floorball. So floorball is a sport that I'm so passionate about until now, until today. I think it's been 20 years, I would say. 20
Wow.
years I've been playing floorball. And yes, I used to play for a national team back then. And that was another great experience. I get to go to Latvia, Finland, Sweden to play,
Wow.
with other countries. It's been such an honor playing for the country. And I'm a goalkeeper. So yes, because of my, size, my Amazonian size that I am right now, so it has been a great, opportunity for me to play floorball. And because of that, studies wise kind of got affected.
Yeah.
But of course I did take a diploma in early childhood, and ever since, I've been working with children, and I enjoyed every single minute of it. Every day is just different with kids.
Yeah.
It's, every day you have different stories to tell, and no matter what, at the end of the day you always get hugs, you always get
Yeah.
I love you. So I think these are the things that it really brings out the joy in your life. Yeah, being around kids. So yeah, that's been lovely. So that's been me all along.
Nice. I love
Yeah.
it. So it's like pretty much like since a very young age, you kind of knew that you were a people's person, that you knew that you wanted to do something more with your life. And so you pushed yourself
Yes.
to basically you've just been on this journey like everybody else is, where you're just trying to figure life out. You're trying to just be like,
Yeah.
what is it that I really want to do? Because I love children, but what should I
Yeah.
do if it ever comes to a
Yeah.
business or my actual life when my real life
Yeah.
starts? How do I work with children? How do I make a living from that? And then, in the last year,
Yes.
you started your company and now it's doing really, really well.
Yes. Yes.
And
I think
like,
I've been very blessed to be in a company that really taught me a lot about, early childhood, being a teacher, being a leader, because I was a principal as well. So I think because of all those experiences, it given me a lot of opportunity to also help others. So that's the reason why I started the company, so that I can contribute to the society, to the Malay Muslim community, at least. So that's something that I've been wanting to do. I want to give back, and I'm glad that I got the chance to do it right now.
I love that.
Yeah.
A true servant leader, as I always share with people
Oh,
in my
that's
podcast.
nice.
Like all my guests, I see them as true servant leaders because they all have this one thing that they all have in common is that they just want to give
Yeah.
back. They want to help people. They really have
Yeah.
this purpose and this strong
Yeah.
vibe and this strong energy to just
Yes.
put out into the world good
Yes.
vibes
Agreed.
and something that where you've left an impact in someone's life in a
Yeah.
positive way.
It's true. It's true, because it's a waste if you have all those knowledge and energy and you're not giving it out. I believe, to be honest, I believe that at the end of the day, on my deathbed, I do not want to regret. I do not want to regret anything. So that's the reason why every opportunity that is given my way, or anything that I want to learn a new skill, just do it. Just do it, because you don't have that much time in your life, and just take any opportunity that comes your way. So yeah, I've been called like, jack of all trades, because I like to play. I play the ukulele. I like to sing. I'm a photographer. I work with kids. I do training. So I do a lot of things. I
Multi-passionate.
have a lot of effort. But this is what brings me joy. And what I do is I do things that I focus on, the things that provides me happiness.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So okay, so my question now is, where do you get so much energy from? Like, where does your energy come from?
Oh boy, that's a very good question. That's what people ask. Like, where do you get your energy from? You are like an energizer bunny. You don't know when to stop.
Yeah, I get that all the time. Trust me.
I don't know, because I think for me, I don't believe in feeling, I guess it's a habit that I have in my mind. I always tell myself, be happy no matter whatever situation it is. It's not toxic positivity. I mean, it's two different things. I've heard about toxic positivity before, whereby you try to lie to yourself or you
Yeah.
try to lie to others, like everything's going to be fine. But I think it's about being grateful with whatever you have,
Mm.
whatever opportunity that comes your way, whatever situation that you're in. Always think about why did it happen, because I believe that whatever happened is for a reason, and it's either makes a better person out of you, or you're supposed to learn something from that. So that is why I think it has been a habit since young, where I just enjoy every single opportunity that is given to me, or whatever situation that comes my way. I'll take it as a lesson learned and then move on. There's,
Mm.
there's I think it's a waste if, let's say, we keep on thinking about it all the time, but we just need to move on in our life. So that is the one that has been my philosophy in life. Like, we do something wrong or anything that happened, enjoy it, learn from it, and then let's go on, be a better person. So from that, yeah. So that has been my
Love
beliefs,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the
And I
main
think,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah, I think the main thing the main word from what you just shared is gratitude, right? Like that's for me the same
yeah,
thing. Like the
yeah,
gratitude of just being alive and just
yeah,
having so much in your life, even though you think you don't have so much, you still
yeah,
do. Sometimes we
yeah.
take the smallest things for granted, and people
Mm,
always focused on the
mm.
money and the success in life,
Yes,
but they forgot
yes,
that they have water. They forgot that they have
yes,
clothes on right now. They forgot that they
yeah,
have the most simplest things that other people in different countries around the world right now are suffering with
yeah,
and don't have,
yeah,
and we just take it for
yeah.
granted every day. So I think gratitude is what humbles me,
Mm,
and it's just what keeps me
yes.
like super positive every day. Just
Oh,
knowing that
yes.
doesn't matter how much
Mm,
things are not moving, doesn't matter if things are slow, and business is
mm,
not the way it is, or
yeah, yeah,
everything's not coming. Like, how comes I'm not attracting good things into my
yeah,
life? It's like
yeah,
no matter how bad you feel, I just feel
yeah.
like better things are coming. I'm always in this
Of course.
mindset of better things are coming in my life.
Yes,
I'm just going to stay
agree.
positive.
Yeah, I mean, failures will always happen. It's inevitable that we will fail in any aspect of our lives. But because of that failure, it's like a crack on the ground, where that's when little roots will start growing, or little buds will start growing, and that's when in any situation we will definitely grow as a person, no matter whatever it is. No matter how small or how big, we will still grow. So focus on that growth rather than the failure. That's how I always see it. So
Hmm.
yeah.
So, what would be your lesson from some of the challenges that you've had, some of the failures or challenges that you think you had? What would be some of the things or some of the lessons that you've learned from those?
Okay. For me, whatever I've gone through in life, uh, I would say we still have to wake up the next day.
Hmm.
So my belief is I can choose. I choose whether I want to make it a new day, or I want to think about what has happened in life that has gone bad, or So for me, it's like the next morning is going to be a brand new day. People are going to be around me. I don't think they deserve my negativity. They deserve lots of positivity. And I think if I think of other people and what they deserve, that will make me feel more focused on being positive. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's just giving out that positive vibe, because you won't lose out when you do that. But when you're negative, that's a spiral effect to not only to other people around you, but to your own body and
Hmm.
to your own mind.
Yeah.
So it's all about the habit of having a positive mind and having that growth mindset
Yeah.
that will make you a better person each and every single day.
100%. I love that. It's so true. But okay, so now my next thing that I want to ask is
Okay.
where does your like where do you get energy from? That's what I'm trying to like.
Oh
So
man.
who charges you?
Yeah.
Like you're similar to me. We charge everybody else. We spread so much positivity. We put out so much
Yeah.
goodness. Like
Yeah.
for
We
me,
always
for
never forget
example,
about ourselves,
we
isn't it?
always like give out so much. But what do you do for
Yeah.
me time? How do you charge yourself?
Okay, let me see. How do I do? Oh, I like to cook a lot. It gives me joy when
Okay.
I cook for others or I cook for myself. I'm being called a breakfast queen because if you were to follow my IG, right, I mean but of course not during the Ramadan period, but during any other days, I will make a nice big breakfast for myself just to start that energy, that's just to make myself feel good for myself. And yes, it's all about telling myself that I can do this. I can do this. It's a lot of self-talk
Yeah.
that I have. It's a lot about, I like to read quotes. That's the reason why I enjoy listening to your short, videos, because it really tells me a lot about, you have to talk to yourself, because nobody can validate yourself except for you.
Mm-hmm.
So that is something that actually gives me that energy, that I tell myself, I motivate myself, like, you can do this, you can be happy. And of course, food is another, for me, it gives me happiness and joy when I cook. So I love cooking. I love to take, I'm into photography. So whenever I take photos of people or, expression, and, I love to take photos of, relationships, how people are doing. It tells 1,000 words, just a picture alone.
Like storytelling, isn't it?
That gives me a lot of energy. I get those, and I get energy from them. So that's how I get my energy, at least. It's a very good question. We always talk about us giving out to others, but we never think about what is in it for us. So
and because just want to quickly just add into what you just said, because it just came into my mind just now. Last night, so while we're recording this podcast right now, this time, literally last night, as I told you before, like I'm just about in the transition, or I'm just in the mindset of like taking action towards starting my own coaching business now.
Right.
And being in that mindset now, being so pumped up, like I don't know how you know how it feels, or do you remember how it feels when you're just getting started in your business and you want to start this new venture? And I've been like, I'm just so, like, I couldn't sleep the last few days, because I'm just like, I'm so excited. Who are these new clients? Right? Who are these people I want to get to help? And I've been researching and learning so much about coaching, even though I've been doing it for like pretty much 6 years. I coach people all the time through my content, through my DM, through all my messages, through video calls that I have with people through LinkedIn. Like I'm always actually coaching people. I've just never got paid for 6 years because I love it so much. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But nowadays, very recently, people are telling me, Sadiq, like you're so good at coaching, you're so good at helping people. You have this natural thing about you that you care about people so much, so you'll be such a good coach. How come you don't make money? Like you are worth so much more money, like than right now you're doing everything for free. Like people would actually pay you, Sadiq, to help them transform their life. And that's what really pushed me again to just be like, you know what, I just want to do my own thing now, because I was getting really just frustrated at my job now, and I'm like, I just want to do my thing and just spread my wings and just go, the feeling. You definitely know.
But I think what you've been doing is similar to me, is really to provide service to others. And we don't see it as a business, but now we need to you need to see it as a business sense. So yes, it is. I feel you when you said you always been giving and giving and giving. But we didn't realize that, hey, you know what? This is something that I can do as a living, and people will pay. People want to if you're very good at what you're doing and you're very passionate what you're doing, people can feel it and people will want that. So they will definitely want to pay for that. So yes, what we've been doing all along, all these years, has been serving others as a service. We provide service, but we do not see it as a business.
No.
So I was being told by my coach as well, Noretta, because I have this thing about, never mind, just close one eye. So we just give and give. And for him, it's like, when are you going to get back for yourself? And I told myself, well, I'm happy when other people is happy. Other people are happy. But I said, no, this is what you're doing. You're giving a service. So you need to think for yourself whether you want to just give service only or put in value, add value to it for yourself rather than just giving out. So that's something that I think both of us are going through right now.
Yeah. But I mean, I still honestly believe there's nothing wrong with just giving service. Like I don't. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it's such a good, amazing mindset to have. I think it's one of the best mindsets to have if you're just a person of giving. Because as much as we want to get back and as much as we want to get paid, and that's so important, of course. But also, just like you said, at the end of the day, it's what makes you happy. If you're not getting paid and you're doing something like I've been doing for the last 6 years, not getting paid nothing, doing speaking gigs all over London, but look at me, like I'm just pumped up every day. I have so much energy. Like I love what I do so much outside of my job. I love what I do, speaking, coaching people and making content, doing my podcast. Like I just enjoy the journey. This process is what I enjoy. And so yesterday, the thing that I wanted to add into when you were just sharing just before about service is yesterday I created like, you have to have like a slogan or like some kind of what do you call it? Like a slogan or like that brand for your company.
Like a tagline kind of thing.
A tagline. So my tagline last night, I just figured it out because I wrote down like 6-7 things, and I was trying to figure out something to do with servant leadership because that's my whole thing. I want to serve people through my coaching. And so I wrote down all of these different names, and the one I really loved the most was this one that I wrote down because it's catchy, and I just think it's me. It's exactly what I've been doing.
What was it? Yeah.
So it's like it's selfish to selfless.
Oh, nice.
But it's got like instead of just TO, it's selfish, and then it's the number two, and then it's selfless. So it's selfish to selfless, and then like I just created like a really simple, just like a little logo type of thing. It's not. I'm definitely going to get it like remade, obviously, but it was just something.
So what made you think about that tagline?
You know what? It was just thoughts that came into my mind, and literally in my notes, like on my phone, I was just literally last night writing them down, like about 7 things I wrote, and I was like, okay, 7, like let me see if I can think of anything else. And nothing was coming out. But from all the 7 or 8 things that I wrote, I was just like, this one sounds amazing. I 100% like it truly is, when it's calling me. Like, selfish to selfless.
You just feel right about it.
You just feel right. Selfish to selfless for me, it was like, I have been selfish for the last 6 years to work on myself. And now it's time to be selfless and give back and serve and help as many people as I can. Yeah. And so I thought, this is the one. I felt like as a brand,
sounds good.
It's going to be catchy. Because everybody's like, oh, look, S2S, like selfish to selfless.
S2S,
Yeah, so they're going to start making different... The same way people start calling me coach from my name on online.
I see.
They stop calling my name and they're like, coach, hey, coach, hey, coach. Okay. And I'm like, you become a brand. So those things always come to my mind. So I always think brand, like, what would people remember?
Branding,
selfish to selfless. People remember that trend.
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah. And thanks for sharing that. That's I mean, at least now whenever I see that tagline, I know why and I know how you got that. So yes.
100%. You get the insights to that on the first podcast that I shared it on. Yeah.
I know why. So
honestly, it's just me. Like it's something, it's what I've done for the last 6 years. Yeah. I have been serving and giving back through all my content. 100%. I've been putting out hundreds of pieces of content in the last 5 years, videos, quotes, everything, you name it. And although I was being of service and I was selfless, the only reason why I was selfless is because I was selfish first. Like I grew my mindset and became super confident and gave the TEDx talk. And, just personal growth has been all of my journey that I have just learned so much I just 100% accepted myself for who I am. And now I'm just putting the good vibes and I'm serving mankind now to just give back to the world. And that's why I thought Sadiq was selfish before, because he was working on himself. He improved himself. He changed his own life. He gave his own TEDx. He did what he loved to do, but now he wants to give back. And
but now it's
selfless.
Yeah. At the same time, you're still learning. It's not that 100%. You stopped learning. That's the thing. Yeah.
I think life, great. You can never stop learning in life.
Definitely.
Learning something new every day is like...
all forms.
In all forms. Yeah, not just like business or that. Everything. Yeah. Learning from a child. Yeah. Right? You probably learn from children all the
tell
time.
Me about it. Yeah. I did write an article about what are the things that I've learned from children, the life lessons that they teach. So it's something whereby, I've been so blessed with these 2 girls who taught me a lot about myself and about life as well. Yeah. So yes, that's something that I would share with you.
100%. Yeah, share that. I would love to read that. But what would you share with the listeners about that in terms of?
What I learned from children, I think it's really about to slow down. I think something that we always rush kids. Like for example, quickly wear your shoes, quickly eat your breakfast. We've got to go to school. Quickly do your things. Everything is everything. Quick. but that they are the ones who are just enjoying every single moment. They are the ones who are really stopping to smell the roses when we are just moving alongside, just go from point A to point B. But from point A to point B for them, they see everything around them. And that's something that we tend to forget as an adult. As adults, we tend to forget about that. So I think something whereby we need to stop and we need to think about all these things that are happening around us, because, without us realizing that people might be, needing our service, or people, how we are actually affecting others. These are the things that we tend to not see or overlook. So that's one thing that I would really want to share about, really to stop and smell the roses and just step back and take a look at the whole picture before moving forward. So that's something that I've learned.
I think it's that consciousness,
kids.
right? It's that mindfulness of just be. I think
mindfulness. That's the key point. Yeah, that's the buzzword right now. Mindfulness.
Yeah.
And that's something that we're also going to teach our kids. We are trying to practice it with our kids because of this fast-paced world. They tend to follow as well. So now we are stopping. Now we are slowing down. That mindfulness. That's the buzzword. Yeah.
But also, adults are learning this now, because only now, I would say, in the last in the last few years, is only when meditation and mindfulness has become so big. Before, nobody talked about meditation. It was like, what? Meditation? Isn't that when you go to the the hills and you just put your arms and say om? That's what meditation
that's the physical. Yeah, that's how they see it physically, but they do not know what's inside, what's in the mind when you're doing meditation. So yes, totally agree. I mean, that's one thing, and mindfulness is that one thing that I would say. Actually, kids have it in them. It's just that because of this fast-paced world, they have changed. So now we're trying to stop and really smell the roses.
So for someone listening now, that let's say they have kids, how can they get their kids to be more mindful? Because maybe they have crazy kids, maybe their kids are super active. How does someone actually teach their kids mindfulness? Because that's hard, right?
For me, I think we need to start listening to our children. There's always the case whereby we are always asking kids to listen to us, but we forget to listen to them, and that's something that it takes a lot. It takes habit, for them to actually share things with us, and it's very important for kids to express themselves, readily and to the adults that they're comfortable with. So we do need to provide opportunities for them to actually share, to actually reflect upon themselves or tell us more about what they see in their own eyes. And it makes a lot of difference when we tend to forget about asking kids how they are, how do they feel. So we need to start doing that. And because of that, it will make you understand your child better or other children better and how they see the world. Yeah.
I love that. That's super powerful, because it's not easy, right? Like, to talk to kids, and most people don't. I guess communication is the key. Most people don't actually speak with their kids and want to learn from them. They just want to dictate and tell them. I shared on my TEDx talk, right? I shared that in my childhood, my parents always I always heard the word no, and I always heard that, and it was always like negativity. It was always not like, yes, Sadiq, you can do this. It was always, no, you can't have this. No, you shouldn't be doing that. It's like, as a child, all we hear is no, no, no. We never hear, yes, you can have everything. Yes, you can be everything. I never got that. I just got tough love. I just got, no, you have to go and work hard, and you have to do
Asian
this.
Parents.
Asian parents, right? Like my mentor said, just because your parents love you, it doesn't mean they give you good advice.
Yeah.
They love you. Every parent loves you. It doesn't matter how much, what you think.
They want you to be safe. They want you to be safe.
They want you to be happy. But the only thing is, the one part of the big jigsaw that they're missing is they don't know what's happiness for you.
Yes.
Only we know that, right?
Yes. So because us as parents right now, we are more aware of that. That's when we need to be there for them. But they need to learn how to make the decisions themselves and learn that failures will come, but I will grow and I will learn from it and I'll be better. And that's how that is growth mindset. Yeah. And this is how we instill growth mindset in kids, that it is okay to make mistakes, but I will make sure that I'll be better next time. So this is where we need to allow them to make mistakes. Of course, at the same time, we need to ensure that they're safe.
Yeah.
So this is what we are trying to advocate to other parents, being a nurturing parent. It's not about providing the best uh, educational resources, or the best and like the most expensive toy that you can provide. That's not love. Love is when you can actually respect them as an individual. Love is when you can really hear them and understand them better. So yeah, that is what it is as, now being the millennial parents, and trying to groom a better generation. Yeah.
Love it. I love it. It's getting deep. It's getting deep now.
Yes.
It's
Now I'm
going.
getting more passionate about this right now.
Yeah. But
You
this
can
is where the
tell.
good stuff comes out. When you get into that
Yeah.
flow of talking about the thing that you really love, this is where I love
Yeah.
listening to people, because it's just like, this is now you're in your flow of talking about the thing that you really are passionate about.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
most people that I meet in my life now are so passionate about
Mm.
what they do, only because I chose
Mm.
to surround myself with ambitious, positive
Yes.
people. Before that,
Yeah.
the people I was surrounding myself with, my normal friends, my normal
Yeah.
cousins and stuff like that,
Yeah.
they had no ambition. The only thing they could look forward to, or that they were dreading, was to go to their job tomorrow.
Yes.
And they don't,
And there are a
and
lot of
nobody
them out
nobody loves
there.
their job.
Yeah.
Most people don't.
Yeah. Yeah. So it does affect your vibe, don't you think? It does
100%.
affect you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't get that
Agree.
same energy from them. You don't get any,
Yeah.
you don't see them as a role model. You don't see anything different apart from, these people are all the same. They all just, like,
Yeah.
their life sucks and they don't really enjoy what they do. And there's no drive for
Mm.
me to learn from them. I want to learn from someone that's like high on energy, someone that's
Yeah.
automatically, we are just attracted to people who are just so much more
Yeah.
outgoing and
Yeah.
confident, right? Confidence is the biggest thing, I think. And
Yeah.
nowadays, people always say, Sadiq, how are you so confident? Like, we don't understand how you can be so
Mm.
confident in, doing the TEDx, being in the magazine, going out there and doing all those speaking gigs,
Mm.
doing your
Mm.
business, and like all of these things. How are you so
Mm.
confidently just doing it?
Mm.
I'm like, you know what? The
Mm.
reason why I'm so confident is, number one, I stopped caring
Mm.
about what people think about me.
Mm.
I don't care
Mm.
what anybody in the world thinks
Mm.
about me. I'm just in my
Yeah.
lane doing my thing that makes me happy.
Yeah.
I don't care who
Yeah.
comes on social media, my parents,
Yeah.
brother, sister. I don't care who comes and
Mm.
tells me that you should be
Yeah.
doing this. I just question them and say, who are you to tell me what to do in my life? I'm not doing anything
Mm.
wrong. As long as I
Mm.
know that I'm not doing anything bad or wrong,
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
hurting someone, I'm not stealing, I'm not doing
Yeah.
anything negative or wrong in any way.
Yeah.
And I just know I'm doing something of service and of kindness,
Yeah.
and love.
Yeah.
I'm cool. Like, I don't need to listen
Yeah.
to some other person telling me, why are you
Yeah.
doing this, Sadiq? Who the hell are
Yeah.
you? Like, who cares what other people think?
And you never know who you actually inspire out there, and that's
100%.
that's something that uh is I feel that we need people to inspire others as well, like really inspired to be inspired. We are inspired by other people, and we never know that we are also inspiring others. I think that's something that it's like our goal in life, that we want to do that, so that we can make things better around us for other people as well, not only for ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. We all have inspiration and role models, right?
Yeah.
Who are some of the people that you look up to, like, in life, in terms of, I don't know, maybe from business or just in your general life, your circle?
I would say, okay. I would say, in terms generally, I would say I looked up to my boss back then, from my company back then, when I was where I was working at, because I saw her as a servant leader. She was really looking out for every single one of her staff, and that's the reason why we all stayed for a very long time, because she has been a servant leader, and she's always looking out for others. And I thought maybe that's someone that I want to be one day. I want to be that leader that really look out for others, are always there for them, no matter what, whatever situation. And she allowed me to make mistakes. And whenever I make mistakes, she said, "Okay, never mind, let it go, and just move on and be better." I mean, it's very rare to find bosses like that. And
Yeah,
I thought that is something that I really admire how she does it. And yes, I think that she's one of those I look up to. And because of the experiences that I got, got me where I am right now, so that I can actually give back how she has given me all the opportunities. Now I'm giving back to others as well.
Yeah. No, that's amazing, because I think all of us do have those few people or that one person that has made a big impact, and it's how we learn. It's the only way that we learn how to be like them or be like someone that we want to be. I always say we can't be anybody else, but we can do our best to take their best attributes and become the best version of ourselves.
Yes, I think that you made that point. Then we are not trying to be them, but we're trying to get all those attributes that we see that is going to help us be better, and then we try to be better ourselves. Yeah, that's right. It's true.
Definitely, yeah. No, I love it. So much good stuff. This conversation has been like unique and very different, because usually everybody's talking about their business and all of that stuff, but ours is just talking about life and just how we learn from
That's
kids.
what it is.
Like I have two young nieces, right? And like I just learned so much from both of them. Like one of them is almost 6, and one of them is like almost a year. And like I just learned so much. Yeah, I learned so much from the difference.
That's a wonderful year.
Yeah, and like the way they play together. The younger one will go to the older one and be like, because she can't speak, so she would just like imitate things with her hands, like like she wants something, so she would like it's like
you should observe kids more. You'll be amazed by the things that they can do, and we tend to forget that they are capable individuals. It's just that we tend to forget, and because we are so surrounded by the feeling of fear, that we always fear for them. But we should allow them to explore. Yeah.
So how does someone overcome that fear for their kids? Like how does someone help their kids become independent? That's my question.
I think it's a lot about providing them as much opportunities as we can. And opportunities meaning we need to trust that they are able to do certain things. Like, for example, I have back then, my 4-year-old, she'll be helping me in the kitchen. Some parents wouldn't be comfortable with having a 3-year-old or 4-year-old being in the kitchen to help to cut vegetables, but she wanted to do it, and she's capable of doing it. And now at the age of 8, she can make an awesome sunny side up, I think better than I do. But because she has been perfecting, she's been doing that all the time. Let her turn on the fire herself. Yes, she got burnt a couple of times, but that's okay. I think what I wanted to tell her, that's okay. If you want to be a chef, you're going to get burnt. You're going to get a little bit of cuts here and there, but you learn to be better. You learn how to not get burnt next time. So that is when we need to trust them that they can do it. And of course, be there to guide them along. So so that's how we can actually try to overcome the fear. We need to trust them. We need to really breathe in and let go. We need to let go of that, and then just trust that they can do it.
But I think it's also that support you were talking about, like to be there telling them it's okay to fail, it's okay if you struggle, it's okay to make mistakes. Whereas most Asian parents, right, they're just telling you like the opposite, like you suck, like why are you doing that? For never do that again. It's like always constant bad negativity, and we're just like, okay, I'm sorry, like I won't do it anymore. And we feel fear from not doing it instead of learning.
Words of affirmation is very important, I feel, for kids, because without words of affirmation, trust me, as they grow older, they will always think that they are not good enough. And not everybody can be like us. We are very self-motivated. Coming from a very tough background, we can still be where we are right now, but not many of them can be like that. So, and especially at this generation, words of affirmation is very important. So the choices of words that we use for our kids or, other children, it really will make or break them. So that's something that we need to take note of, especially as parents. Your words matter. And usually parents, if they catch something good, they won't say it. But if they catch something bad, that's when, they start nagging and they start.
Exactly.
But we forget that they need to hear whatever they did right. They need to hear that that's the good thing. And kids, they just want to hear their parents say something about what they do.
Done.
That's why they're always asking us for attention. Say, look at me, see what I'm doing this. Even it's just like, jumping from the chair to the ground. They want you to see it, and they want you to see what they are capable of doing. Yeah. So all these, when we observe what the kids are doing for us, and we are here saying that, what is it? To us, to us, it's like, that's such a small
Yeah,
matter.
stop messing around.
But you want to hear like, wow, you can do that. And to them, their eyes can just, their eyes lit whenever they hear that. So yeah, I mean, these are the little things that we tend to forget that matters to the children. Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I think in the younger generation now, we just don't get enough encouragement from the youth. Don't get enough encouragement from parents or from their carers, because even some of them don't even have parents, or they have single mothers, and it's just difficult for them because they don't have a father figure. They don't have someone else like a role model for them. It's just them and their mom, or them and their dad. And so, what would you say to those parents, or what would you say to, in general, to those
believe,
kids or youth that feel a bit lost?
I believe that I've seen single parents out there who are doing a fantastic job bringing up their children, and their children are doing so well, because it's not about the number of people that are around you, but it's the quality time and the quality interaction that you have with that one or two people around you that makes a lot of difference. So, being a single parent, if you're able to support the child emotionally, and you're able to guide them along, to be independent learners, to be thinkers for themselves, you're on the right track. You don't need that many people around you to do so. So, some people with both father and mother, and yet they still feel that they don't have enough in life, or they still feel that they discarded in childhood. But it's not about the number of people around you, but it's the quality of the people around you that matters. So yes, I've seen a lot of them who are single parents, who have been managing things by themselves, but they are role models to their own kids. So that's the nice thing that
they're working twice as hard as well.
Yeah, and so children see, and children watch, and children know what parents are going through, and they feel they do. We just don't realize it, but they do see that, okay, my mom is working hard for me, and she's going through a lot, and they become better person actually. But that depends on what kind of relationship that you have with the child. So so the relationship matters a lot. The quality of the relationship matters a lot. It's not about the status of the people around us. Yeah,
I agree. I think whether children, adults, dogs, cats, I think everybody. The most important thing is to surround ourselves with that right type of mindset, right type of energy.
It's not the status.
No.
Yeah, it's never the status. It's about the quality that you have with the other person. Yeah.
That's powerful. I love that. Noretta, we're coming up to the end of the conversation now. And
thank you. It's been so deep. Oh my goodness.
It's been deep. It's been like it's getting deep, and it's about to get a little bit more deeper before we finish. Because I have 4 questions that I'm going to ask you.
Okay, sure. I'm nervous now.
I want you to answer on the top of your head, and one of them is going to get deep at the end. But I'm looking forward to hear your perspective on this.
Okay, cool. Bring it on.
All right. So the first question I have for you specifically is, in one sentence, how do you describe positive energy?
Oh, okay. Positive energy is when your inner peace and happiness is being spread out to others. Your inner peace and happiness. You need to feel that first before you can even give it out to others. Yeah. So I feel that is positive energy. Yeah,
I agree.
I hope that one sentence.
It comes from within. I agree with you though. I think it does come from within, and then because you can't give positivity if you don't have positivity. You can't fake positivity.
No, you can't fake. Yeah, you can't fake positivity. So it has to come from within, and then it radiates, and to the others. So that's positive energy for me.
Love it. No, that's amazing. I love the answer. Okay, thank you for sharing that. Okay, second question is which one movie that you've seen in your lifetime would you recommend everybody listening now to go and watch? Because in some way it's given you positive energy, or it's helped you in your mindset or your journey so far.
Wow. Okay, I don't have a specific one, but I can tell you that I love watching movies, especially those movies that show sports people who went through a lot. I feel so inspired and motivated each time I watch these kind of movies, because they really show the kind of struggles that this person go through, and then what they actually achieve at the end of the day. I think that's something that. So I think any movies that show, it's inspired by true stories, especially for sports person. I like to watch those.
Is there one specific one that you can think of?
Oh man, I can't think of any at this point of time. Let me see.
I know what you mean. Though, it's like that athlete's journey of like coming from nothing to like becoming something.
What are some of the movies? Gosh, I think the one that we have is Coach Carter.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Coach Carter is one of them I love because it really talks about how a coach can really make a difference in other people's lives, and especially youth. And that, to me, I find, I'm a mentor myself right now for some youth, and I find that it is just amazing how he does it and how he made a difference in everybody's lives. And so that Coach Carter would be one that I would definitely encourage for people to watch. Yeah.
Nice, I love it. No, I agree. I think a coach, now that I'm going to be going into that more like hardcore in the next couple years now, I feel like it's the way. Like, we just know how to bring other people's potential out. Anyway, I know I can do that. I've been doing it for so long. Like, I can just meet someone through one conversation, help them identify, like, they're actually amazing. They actually don't believe in themselves as much as they could. And I'm just there giving them that extra boost and that extra confidence that, hey, you can do it. You're really strong. You're really powerful. I actually believe in you. And you don't see it, but you have so much potential.
Yes. If somebody else actually see what you have, it makes a lot of difference. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Agree.
Love it. Okay, third question is now, you probably have read so many books in your life that have helped you, right?
Okay.
Which one book, I know that there's probably so many in your mind that's like popping in right now, but which one book, if you were to choose any self-help, business, philosophical, spiritual, like which one book would you get everybody to go and listen or read because it's helped you in your journey?
Okay, what has helped me in my journey in terms of business sense, it would be Simon Sinek's, why,
Start with
the why.
Yeah.
I think the Golden Circle really helped me a lot in understanding purpose, understanding vision, understanding what we are doing and how we are doing so. Because I actually use Simon Sinek's, way of thinking and to guide and to also motivate other leaders. And it has helped them as well because it's so clear how we can start with our purpose to do things. And it makes so much of a difference when we do things in our daily lives. Because when we know our purpose, it makes it more meaningful. So yes, I would say Simon Sinek is one. And now he's going through this infinite mindset. So I'm just following his new, talks. And it's so refreshing, especially when it comes to leadership.
Yeah,
it's been very refreshing. So yes, Simon Sinek is one I am truly amazed by his
Is
talks.
your one role model online?
Oh yes, definitely.
One day you'll be there at his event.
It's so clear. Yes, I want to say, but because all his talks is so
even the way his language is
so
right,
on point.
The way he talks is like so convincing and
passionate. It's so on point. So I have to say Simon Sinek is one of those. I mean, for current leadership skills, especially, yes, it's a lot about being servant leader.
Yeah,
that's he talks a lot about being servant leader. Yeah.
Definitely. Yes. No, I agree. Amazing. Good choice. I like that. Okay, now it's the deep question to finish off the show.
Oh no. Okay.
So you ready?
Sure.
You already heard this because you've listened to the podcast with Katina.
Yeah, I know.
So this one is the same question, but I love hearing other people's perspective on it.
Okay.
So it goes like this. If you can spend a few hours to learn from someone's wisdom, whether they're dead or alive, who would that one person be and why?
Oh, I'm going to be a bit spiritual because I feel that the one and only that I really, really want to learn from is really our Prophet Muhammad.
Yeah.
I think he is. I have no words to describe. Whenever we talk about him, or whenever we listen to the stories, as him as a leader, him as a husband, him as a as a, a role model is just amazing. And the things that he has gone through, it's one thing about him that he has gone through so much in his life, and how he actually still become a wonderful leader is something that we need to follow. Really, he is definitely the biggest role model for us all. I would say, in terms of being a Muslim or non-Muslim, I mean, if anybody were to read about his journey in life, we would just be amazed. Some people get it easily. I mean, a good life, but he started off. We all know how he started off in his life. Yeah. I can't think of any other.
It's literally challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge.
Yes,
he wins all of them, even though he gets hurt.
Yeah, I get emotional whenever I talk about this, but really, it's his journey in life that I find so inspirational, and how he does it. But then again, that's the reason why he's our prophet. It's just so amazing. So yes, that's one person. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I agree. Actually, someone like asked me the same question, and I was like, no, that's the same thing I said. It's like the Prophet Muhammad that I follow.
The second person definitely is his wife, Khadija. Because for me, it resonates for us being, women entrepreneurs. So, we've learned so much from her as well. That's one person that I really want to learn more about. I've yet to, but definitely I want to read more about, our, Khadija. So one person, because I think for her, she's an inspiration to all women out there, especially for us being entrepreneurs. And so that's one person that I really want to read more about.
I love it. Amazing. Honestly, Noretta, I'm so grateful that we got connected. I really enjoyed this conversation. I'm so glad that you shared so much of your
very philosophical right now.
Yeah, I know. It gets deep at the end. The end is the way it always gets deep, and it finishes off with that nice vibe, deep.
Yes.
But for all the things that you're working on right now, like which platforms can everybody reach out to you on and
on LinkedIn, definitely Noretta Jacob, and you can also follow my page Safar Training and Consultancy. I'm very active on Facebook as well, Safar Training, and as well as Noretta Jacob. So I do share a lot about my parenting experiences. I do share a lot about my cooking, because I usually I do share a lot about good motivational quotes as well, because I never know who it will hit, because I usually get random messages and comments saying that, hey, I needed this, and I'm glad that how you have been doing as well. Whenever I hear, I say, oh, I needed this at this point of time in life. So we never know, so this is how we can actually ensure that our social media, is a good way rather than a good impact rather than a negative one. So I think we always have to think that way. Yeah.
I love it. Amazing. Guys, make sure you go and reach out with her and ask her any questions about childhood or parenting or business or anything. So Noretta, I really enjoyed this conversation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I need to thank you so much for this time for me to just share all these things.
It's good. I mean, sometimes we need to just have a good conversation and just enjoy someone's company and just learn from each other. I think we need more of that, and that's what I want to really inspire at least the younger generation with now. It's like to learn, to speak, to be open, be vulnerable, be honest, and just speak your thoughts, because a lot of people don't have the opportunity to do that.
Yes. Thank you so much for this, really. And definitely I have been sharing with other people to check out your podcast, so they need to listen. It's been very inspirational. Thank you.
I'm grateful. Thank you for the love. But keep doing what you're doing. You're doing amazing things. Keep up all the hard work.
You too.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna be in touch for a long time, and we're gonna be working on some big things.
Oh yes, definitely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Yes.
No worries. All right. Cool. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. All right. Bye.
If you're still there, I just want to say a massive thank you for your attention and your time. It really means a lot to me. Please do me one favor and subscribe to this podcast, share it with your friends, and leave a rating on whichever platform you're listening to this. It would honestly mean the world to me. Thank you so much once again. I hope that this episode brought value and inspiration into your life, and I'll see you guys next week.